Welcome to Homemade Madhu. Let's make another Dollar Tree DIY. These are Dollar Tree bells. It's a Diwali DIY, also apt for any festival decor or housewarming ceremonies. You could also use it as a wall hanging too. Now you could pair it up with Thorans and add that Indian touch to the main entrance. These brass lookalike bells could beautify any Pooja corner. The Pooja chowki here and the Pooja thali is also a Dollar Tree DIY. You can find the link in the description box. Please check it out. Let's check out our first DIY, these brass lookalike bells. I'm using Dollar Tree pots which are available in the gardening section to make these. Let's make the outliner. For this we will be needing plaster of Paris, Mod Podge or glue and some acrylic color. 2 parts of plaster of Paris, 2 parts of glue and 1 part of acrylic color. Give it a good mix. Bring it to a toothpaste consistency and let's fill it in a Ziploc cover. You could make a cone too. I just found this easier and I'm going to tie a knot on top after sealing the edges. A small cut at the tip and you can start making designs with this 3D outliner. You could trace any design on the pot, or you could refer to any pic, or you could just do some freehand designs on these. Let it dry overnight and then let's give a coat of Rust-Oleum metallic gold spray paint, after which a bell will look like this. We need to add something to which we could hang these bells. For that, I'll be using these bead chains available in Dollar Tree. I'll be giving a coat of spray paint, Rust-Oleum metallic gold spray paint. Now we will cut at one end and stick this end to the bell, the top of the pot, with the help of hot glue or E6000. Loop in the other end into a bangle or a paper clip and hot glue it. Because of the bangle, now you can hang these lovely brass lookalike bells. Our second DIY are these colorful bells. Now to make these bells also, I have used the pots from the gardening section of the Dollar Tree. I will also be using the filter with which these pots come along with. No matter what colors you want to paint the bells with, the base coat should be white, so give a coat of white chalk paint. Once it dries, paint it the color of your choice. To make designs on these, you could use these 3D outliners. I got these from Michaels, or you could take any fine tip brush and any paint and make designs. All the designs you want to do with the paint or the paint pen should be done at this stage. Once that dries, let's give it a gloss finish acrylic sealer. This really brings that shine on the bells. Don't miss this step. Then let's embellish it with some mirrors and stick it with the help of either Mod Podge or super glue like this. This is the design I've chosen for my bells. You could just do anything. There are many designs all over Pinterest. You can also use these sequences which are also available in Dollar Tree, like how I've done it here. To hang these pots, let's make a beautiful dory. I'm using this thread which I got from Michaels. You can get similar ones in Dollar Tree too. For anchoring this dory on to any hook, I'm using this bangle. You could use a paper clip or a shower curtain ring too. To make designs, I'm going to use these Jenga blocks from Dollar Tree, these small wooden blocks also from Dollar Tree. These beads are from Michaels. I got them on clearance. These are big in size. You can make a lot of designs on them. Or you could these small beads which are from Dollar Tree. We would also be cutting shapes out of this cardboard sheet. To embellish these, I'll be using these mirrors from Amazon. Also these sequences which are from Dollar Tree. To stick these, you could use Mod Podge or Fix-All adhesive, which is again from Dollar Tree. Let's paint all our wooden shapes. This decorated candle is a DIY. I've taken this as a template and I'm going to cut out all the circles from the cardboard sheet, and I've used acrylic paint and I've colored them green. I've colored the beads yellow, and the Jenga blocks, I've colored them red. I've used the bright colors here so that our dory pops out. We'll let all these colors dry. To get the glossy effect, let's use this gloss finish acrylic sealer and give it a coat. Let's use these mirrors, sequences, and make the designs on them. This is how my cardboard cutout circles have turned out. You can say I've used these sequences and mirrors. These designs are basically Gujarati, Kutch and Rajasthani designs. You can find a number of these designs on Pinterest. And I've stuck sequences on the wooden beads out here, which looks like this. And I've stuck some mirrors and sequences on these Jenga blocks. I'm going to be attaching these two like this. These are the few other accessories I'll be using to make my dory. These are available on Amazon and even in Dollarmart. Our bell is ready with all the designs. This comes with an filter on which I've applied the same color paint and a gloss finish acrylic sealer. Now we're going to stick this on top of this after tying this dory and sticking all the designs and looping in all these beads. Now this is my design which I've kept it ready so that's easy for me once I start sticking on this dory. Now one end I'm going to tie a knot onto this filter, and the other end I'm going to use this bangle, make a nice loop so that I can hang it. Now see here, I have tied a knot with this dory and have strung these beads. Now I'm going to place this cardboard shape, stick this with hot glue, and I'm going to do the same thing with all these Jenga blocks, and this is my dory ready. And the other end I've tied a knot on the bangle so that it's easy for me to hang this bell. Let's move on to our third DIY, this beautiful terracotta lookalike pot out here. I'm going to use the same pot from the Dollar Tree. I will also be using the filter it comes with. Red chalk paint is what I've used to color both the filter and the pot. Once it dries, I'm going to use these bright acrylic colors and a fine tip brush and make designs on them like this. Once the paint dries, I'm going to give a coat of acrylic sealer for the glossy finish, the glossy oil paint finish we see on certain bells. After which I will be sticking these sequences. You can use sequences, mirrors, and I've used Mod Podge from Dollar Tree to stick this, and this is how my bell looks. There are few mirrors and rest is all paint, and the glossy finish, the brightness is because of the acrylic sealer that I've used. To make the dory with which we could hang the bell, we will be using the same materials which we used in our second DIY. Jenga blocks, wooden blocks, Dollar Tree, and these beads from Michael's, or you could use these wooden beads from Dollar Tree too. Our main hero of the story are these bangles. These are my daughter's old bangles. I've used this string to loop all these bangles into a long string, and this is how it looks. To do this, all you have to do is take a bangle, make a nice knot like this, loop in the other bangle, and then tie a knot, a tight knot, attach all the bangles in the similar fashion, and keep the length according to your wish. And this is how it looks. These knots are tight, and this place we will be sticking all our designs. I've cut out these square shapes from this cardboard, which I'll be sticking on these, and the Jenga blocks, wooden blocks, I've given them bright colors. Once it dries, I've given them a glossy finish acrylic sealer. I'm going to use these mirrors and sequences to make designs on those. And this is how my shapes look. These are different shapes of mirrors which I got from Amazon. I've stuck using Mod Podge. First, let's tie a knot onto the filter and stick the extra with the help of hot glue. And then we will apply some hot glue out here and stick this portion of filter like this. On this thread, first we will decide where to keep all these designs. Once you have the design ready in your mind, we will start sticking with the help of hot glue. And this is how my doily looks like. Some of these shapes I've attached a small piece of cardboard at the back so that they don't wobble much. Like this, again with hot glue. Voila, my bells for the festive season are ready. This is how they look.